Hi, it's Lynn Shuck with Healing and Balance, and we're going to use a block to create a lateral action called in at the top of the thighs. This is an instruction my classes and my clients hear often from me. When you use the block, it adds some weight resistance and some tactile memory so that you can make that action when you don't have the block. Put a block at the very top of your thighs. Now, this is a 4-inch block. If you have a 3-inch block, that's fine. If you don't have a block, you want to take a blanket or a yoga mat or something, roll it up and use that. Something you can squeeze. So I'm going to use the block just for the ease of visibility. Toes are pointed forward. If your feet are too wide, when you go to squeeze the block, you're going to use your whole leg. Your knees are going to roll in, your ankles are going to roll in. We don't want that. We want this to be way at the top of the thigh bone. So plant your feet so that you can squeeze in a little bit. And then we're going to make a couple different movements while we're squeezing in. So one of those is to take a small forward fold. I'm not asking you to bend over far. In fact, I don't want you to. At most 90 degrees. I'm going about 45, maybe a little more. Tipping and coming back up. The whole time I'm squeezing the block and I'm waking up some muscles and I'm pulling the thigh bones into the pelvis a little bit deeper. And if you did 5 or 10 of those and then remove the block, you will feel your legs different underneath you. You'll feel them supporting you differently. You might notice it more in movement like walking, but it's going to happen. The other movement you could do here, set up the same, feet parallel, squeezing in at the top of the block without rolling in or in at the ankles or knees. And then we take a small chair pose and we go down and up in chair. In chair, it's like a small squat. Your knees are going forward, your hips are going back. We're keeping the feet steady on the floor, and we are squeezing the block on the way down and on the way up. We're repeating this movement. And after you've repeated it several times, go down and hold. Now, when you go down and hold, look down and check. Are your knees going in? Are you using the whole leg? We don't want the knees to go in, just the top of the thigh, so it's not a big movement. Glutes are going to fire. Other leg muscles are going to fire. Hold here and breathe. And then come up out of it, and again. So we use the block in these poses where the legs are parallel and close enough together that you can use this weight resistance, so that when you're in a pose like, say, a front lunge where you can't put a block, you could squeeze in here and support your pelvis better. Or you could take a wide forward fold and squeeze in at the top of the thighs and support the pelvis better. This action of squeezing in at the top of the thighs can create space in the hips, better support your torso, and sometimes can even lessen pressure on that sciatic nerve. I use it a lot for sciatica with my clients. It's often very beneficial. Anyway, this is what you got. Get a block, stick it at the top of your thighs, and in at the top of the thighs, straight in. Go.